I'm with MJ inside here at the Festival Marketplace. MJ is the property manager?
That's correct.
Property manager here at the Festival Marketplace. And now can you explain what sort of led you into using the services for Partners in Employment?
Well, I think originally it was Brad Hearn that approached us about hiring employees through the agency, and so at the time we needed somebody for our maintenance team, and he provided candidates, and there was a very qualified candidate that we hired that we absolutely love, and she's still with us today.
And what did you do before that?
Normally we would place an ad in the paper or on our website, and it meant that we had to do the screening, we had to do the work, we had to pay for an ad. In this, working with Partners in Employment, we don't have to do any of those things. We just have to basically pick up the phone, call Brad, say, this is what we need somebody for our maintenance team that can do these specific jobs, and can you provide us with some candidates? And we have candidates, so.
So screening is huge for you. So it's
huge.
Not even really, I would assume, about saving money as it is about the time savings.
It's the time saving more than anything. And the other thing too is because he pre-screens all of the candidates, for us, it's wonderful because we get candidates that are really well suited to our environment. That's important when you're hiring somebody to do janitorial and maintenance work in a shopping center. You need to find people that are really going to be happy doing that job. And we don't want to be replacing employees all the time. We want somebody who wants to come and stay and be part of our team for a long time.
Well, we're inside now of Listowel Technology, Inc., and I've got Blair with me. Blair is the manager of human resources, correct?
That's right, Melissa.
All right. So now tell me, Blair, how have you utilized Partners in Employment or the services that they offer?
Well, a couple of years ago, we used them to help some of our associates who were unfortunately on a layoff, and to help them find new jobs and to get on with their lives, possibly went to training. And since then, they've expanded their duties to help industry like ourselves to hire employees if we so have the need.
And they recently helped you hire about 100 employees,
100
correct?
employees, and they did all of the preliminary early first steps, and all we had to do was do secondary interviews and do some final reference checks and do the hiring. So they saved us a lot of time and energy, and the greatest part about it was for free.
I was going to ask you, how much did it cost you?
Yeah, free, and they're good people to work with. But it also saved us to spending our own resources, possibly hiring people in order to do hiring. They have extended resources, not just here in Listowel. They have offices in many of the communities around Listowel, so they were able to gather qualified employees from different locations that maybe we wouldn't have access to. And so through our advertising campaign and their own offices where they advertised, we brought in a much larger pool of candidates than we would normally have had.
I'm with Ryan Erb, the Executive Director here at the United Way of Perth Huron. Ryan, I wanted to talk to you today about your affiliation with Partners in Employment. How has that partnership, or how did it start?
Well, Partners for Employment is one of our funded agencies here at the United Way. So, community of volunteers each year will look at who will receive grants from the United Way, and Partners for Employment has been one of those agencies for a long time. We're excited to have that relationship with them, and now sometimes to utilize their services too.
So, and that's a great point, because not only do you fund Partners in Employment, but you do utilize their services. There's something called, a term I recently heard, called job carving. Can you explain what that means?
Well, and its best way to describe it might be using the example that we have used here at the United Way. We had a particular service that we needed that took a lot of time, shredding, a simple task that needed to be taken care of. But staff were continuing to do that, obviously, but we could focus them on other things, important things for the United Way, if we were able to find someone to take that piece.
What do you think the greatest benefit is with the partnership that you have with Partners in Employment?
Well, obviously, I think it's because we are part of solutions for everybody in the community. We can impact the community by helping to fund organizations like Partners for Employment. So it's a huge thing for the United Way. We work hard, obviously, all year long to raise money for these agencies, and then to see them do their good work for the community, that's the benefit.
I'm with George Sutton here at Dana Canada. George is the Human Resources Business Partner, correct? All right. Thanks so much for joining us today, George.
You're welcome.
I wanted to talk a little bit again about Partners in Employment and how you have utilized their services. How did you first stumble upon Partners in Employment?
Sure. Well, in the automotive plant in St. Mary's that Dana was operating, we had to close it, and we were going to need to lay off over 400 employees, and we needed to provide as much assistance to those people as possible. So through the Ministry of Training, Colleges and Universities, we found out about Partners in Employment, made direct contact with Deb Hotchkiss, and the story went from there. It was a huge benefit for our people, because what we expected was that services would not be available until after they were actually laid off. And what Deb and Partners in Employment offered was an opportunity to come in and meet with employees while they were at work. And we certainly as a company wanted to provide them with that opportunity so that they could talk about career interests, where they thought they might go next, get some counseling. And the unique thing about our plant was it was a 24-hour-a-day operation, and Partners in Employment made their services and their skilled employees available to our people on a 24-hour-a-day basis. So we had them operating in offices from Monday at 12 midnight until Friday at midnight, and they went full week. And we scheduled everybody. We had about 440 actual layoffs, and about 418 or so of them took advantage of the services of Partners in Employment in that pre-layoff assessment interview.
And that's pretty outstanding and astounding, really, that they would work on that 24-hour timetable with you to work, you know, on your time.
Yeah, that was one of the most amazing I guess, business surprises from us, that we could say, you know, we need you to have your people here during this time, which is not normal. You think of a Partners in Employment office 9 to 5. It was absolutely the opposite of that. It was, we're available whenever you need us.
So I'm in the Stone Maiden Inn now with Kim, the innkeeper, owner, goddess extraordinaire, we'll call you. Absolutely. And Mark, also, you are the chef de cuisine, correct? Yes. Excellent. How did you hear about Partners in Employment?
Actually going to the Stratford Chef School. So there we do a lot of apprenticeship benefits. So we deal sort of with the government that way, and Partners in Employment came up through sort of working with Service Ontario.
And you know, it's really interesting because I think anywhere I go within the community, Partners in Employment keeps popping up. It's sort of, I love these partnerships, so to speak, because they really are very beneficial for businesses such as yourself. So can you walk me through the process? So you discovered that they exist, and then what was the step in sort of the hiring process for you then? How did they assist you?
Well, actually, they made it very simple for us. What we needed to do was first source a couple of candidates that we were looking to hire. I met with Deb, and we went through an application process, and then we met with Deb and Mark and I together, finalized that application process, and everything was in place within a couple of days. So they're amazingly quick. It was really easy.
How was that whole process for you?
It's been very good, just because perhaps I don't have the most experience, but I sort of have a vision and know what I want to do. So Kim and Partners in Employment have really given me the opportunity to sort of take my vision and apply it to a business and continue to grow within my profession. So it's been an incredible experience that way.
He's been a great partner.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for having us in today. It has been, you haven't been able to see this, but as we've been doing this interview, we've had people coming and going constantly, so I know you have a very busy day ahead of you. We will let you go. And if you are also looking in terms of needing Partners in Employment to either hire, or you're looking for a job perhaps, or you're looking for that hidden job market, do check out Partners in Employment. You can find them on their website at partnersinemployment.on.ca. They have offices in Stratford, Listowel, St. Mary's, and all across Perth and Huron County, so please do check them out.